hot as fuck. But hey, I'm Fayz. I'm with Effxayy, and this is Applying Pressure. Greetings. This is Fayz again. What do? I'm a musician in Waterloo. I make art, like vocal art, i.e. singing, rapping, anything that comes from the vocal strand. What else do I do? I mean, later on I'll expand on some more as to what I am, what I do and stuff, but yeah, I'm a musician. How long have I been an artist for? I can't really give a specific like timestamp as to when I started making music, but I would say, I'd say like a year and a half or two. That's when I really started like being serious with this thing. Cause prior to that, like I would always like freestyle, but not really freestyle. But recently, that's when I really began taking it seriously and devoting my time and effort into it. And yeah, I would say like 2 years ago, that's when I started making music. And in regards to making a career out of this, I definitely see myself really pursuing this career fully. Not just in the, I guess, I'm gonna go more in depth. Like, I wouldn't say I'm pursuing it in the sense of like, I want the money, the jewelry, you know, the Prada, the Gucci, the material aspect of it. Nah, it's more of like an influence, you know. Because, for instance, if Drake or any like, you know, big time artist were to do something or say something, it would have such a huge impact overall, you know, on a greater scale. So that's the kind of place I'm trying to become. So in regards to that question, yes, I do see myself pursuing this career fully, entirely. All my old tracks, that's funny. Yeah, I got a couple old tracks. I would say what happened to them, they're still on SoundCloud if you want to go check it out. I don't know if it's going to be the description here, but I'll just say it just in case he doesn't put it. Effxayy is going to put it regardless, but I'll just say it for the sake of it. It's at official Fayz, OFFICIALFAYZ. But yeah, if you want to check out my old tracks, they're all locked up in SoundCloud. But I wouldn't really attribute my current music progress with the old stuff because, like, again, that's when I started making music. So times are different now. You know, times are different. I've definitely improved, to say the least. What differentiates Fayz from the others? Good question, sir. Good question. I would say what differentiates me would be like. All right, again, I'm gonna give you guys some like detailed answers here because a lot of y'all be questioning and asking me these questions. So here it is. It's like 21 questions of Fayz in a sense, but we're not doing 21 questions today. It's more of like you'll get the number after. So what differentiates me? I feel like the biggest distinction is like my sound. That's number one. Sound, that's huge. The way I approach certain beats and certain songs isn't very traditional or isn't very typical. Yeah, so I definitely got a different sound because I feel like my views and my perspective on things really influences my art as a whole. And I feel like that goes with anything in life, right? So the way I view things is not out of the ordinary. It's very unorthodox. It's very esoteric in a sense. And that definitely has a huge play in my music. So it's my overall art. How will I change the game? How will I change the game? Loaded question. First of all, let's ask, where's the game at right now? Boom, start with that. The game is currently at a point of oversaturation. You know, there's too many people that sound like this guy or sound like that girl. Okay, no shade to the women, but like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, at the end of the day, we have a lot of sound-alike rappers and singers out here. So the only change that's gonna have to be made is the overall sound, and originality is a huge thing. Authenticity. I feel like I'm already displaying authenticity. I mean, I would like to think so. If you guys opposed to that, let me know in the comment section, or the non-comment section, or the DMs, or the PayPals. But generally, I would say the sound that I'm going for is very different, and is very unique compared to a lot of sounds that are out here right now, you know. So I'm gonna change the game through sound, but most importantly, this is a big one. Most importantly, the game is not just through art. The game is not being, you don't influence the game through just your music. You influence the game through your the way one conducts themselves beyond just rap, or beyond singing, or beyond music. Like how you really integrate different, I guess, different aspects of life into the music. That really has a huge influence in the overall artistry. So that's one of the big things I'm gonna do, is incorporating those different elements into my music and my art just in general. What kind of sound do I go for? To kind of backpedal, not to elaborate on what I was saying earlier, the kind of sound that I go for, again, it's not the typical sound. I would say there's a blend of, you got a blend of Otis Redding sometimes. You got a blend of the Pac, the Bigs. You got a blend of, what's that guy's name? That Spanish guy, what's his name? Something Bunny. Bad Bunny, Good Bunny, whatever his name is. Bad Bunny, we got him there. We got Drake. We got the Lils and all that. So I'm just trying to incorporate like a multitude of different cultures and different sounds, and really infuse all these things, you know, into one. And through that, whatever comes out, comes out. Because at the end of the day, I could really try to, like, you know, sing a certain note or deliver a certain melody a certain way, but it's never gonna sound the exact same as somebody else, because at the end of the day, my voice is different. We all have different voices, and the way we emit these voices or vocalize these voices, it will sound different, because biologically we have different vocal strands on throats, or that whole science thing. Any locals I want to work with, more mainstreams. Okay, I'll answer the locals first. To be honest with you, like, I don't listen to a lot of music, period. Especially nowadays. Like, I've just been listening to like classical music for the most part. I'm not really up to date with all the new drops and the Uzis and all this. So like, even with the locals, I don't really catch up with them. But yeah, so as for the locals, like, I don't really know anybody to have that thought or to even think about that. So as of right now, I don't know who I would feature with, but now for the big main artists, I would say like for the big main artists, I would say, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's like a pianist. He's an Italian pianist. His name is Ludovico Nari. Like, he's definitely somebody I would love to like just not even work with in regards to like making a record, but just like work with as an individual, you know. I really admire his work and just his sound and everything. Also Frank Ocean, he's cool. Frank Ocean is cool. Yeah, besides that, nobody comes to mind right now. Describe my fashion. So you guys really want to know how I drip? That sounded so cheesy, bro. I hate that word, drip. You guys want to know how I dress? I shall tell you. Value Village, $12. Value, $4. Value, I think like $9.99 for these. Value, $199, $299. It was just like originally $10.99, but the shorty, she gave me a discount. She made it $2.99. What else? This one. This is a rad one. I don't know if y'all have seen this one before, but it's called like a Four Ocean bracelet. And this is actually, it was a gift. This is a gift. So my whole fit right now, I would say it's under a dinner. Actually not under a dinner, I would say like 2 dinners. Yeah, 12. So basically, all my clothes that I wear is like thrifted. I don't have like a specific style, you would say. Like my shit is like very, very like, if I feel it, I'm gonna wear it. Like if it resonates with my feeling at that moment, I'll buy it. So like, I don't really buy according to the price or the tag or the brand or whatever the case may be. I buy things if I feel it, and I wear how I feel. My emotions reflect my clothing choices. So right now I feel very very calm. And so like you see, my clothing choices right now reflect the calmness. This is a black subtlety, some dark denim. Yeah, it's a black beanie. This is actually what is this? This is a Pizza Hut beanie actually. So I got it from Pizza Hut. But yeah, like I said, all in all, I don't really have a specific style. Like I can't really label it. I'm all over the place. I feel like, this is a kind of away from the question, but this applies to a lot of things. The same way that I'm all over the place with my fashion, and the same way I'm all over the place with my music, with my perspectives, but there is a cohesive and underlying fundamental unity. There's a common thread that really binds it all, which is being free and just allowing yourself to be fully immersed in whatever you want to be, your true desires and your feelings and stuff. That's all it is, really. That's where everything stems from. It's just being genuine in yourself and being genuine with what you want. So I'll always strive for it, Where will Fayz be in a year or two? I just got word this interview is 17 minutes right now, so I'm gonna try to cut it down a little quick. That's a loaded question. What have you in 17? In 1 or 2 years? I'm there already. I mean, we've done this interview probably a couple times, and I've said the same shit, but I'm gonna say it again. Like, I'm already at that point, Past, present, and future are all simultaneous. That's deep as fuck. Yeah, they're all simultaneous, so really there is no 1 or 2 years. I gotta really envision and imagine myself in that 1 or 2 years to the point where I'm already living that. Like I wanna feel myself in that 1 or 2 years without even having a second doubt about that 1 or 2 years. So when you ask me that question, I'm already living in that moment. So therefore there is no 1 or 2 years. I'm already invested in that 1 or 2 years. I'm already living it. It's like a manifestation within a manifestation that's happening simultaneously, all in one moment, And that's it. That's the best way I can answer. I can't really answer it any other way. My plans for the future. What future are we talking about? Talking like tomorrow? Talking about in the next 5 minutes, 10 years? But for the sake of the question in the interview, I'm gonna assume future as in a 5 to 10 year gap. My plans for the future and my plans for this whole music thing is beyond the music, Music for me is like a conduit to my main goal, my ultimate purpose, which is to really, I don't want to sound like this is the typical, contrived answer, but this is really to help people. Not like on a local scale, but like on a global scale. I want to help the masses, not by, not in the notion of you require my help, but it's more of like, listen to what I have to say, and through that, you can perceive it and utilize it and conduct it in the way that you feel is right for your life, you know, and how you've come up and the things that you've learned, the things that you've been exposed to. So that is my plan for the future, is to enlighten, is to bring forth thought, bring forth wonder and personal realization, which is we are all powerful in the sense of finding true tranquility within everything, within a bud of a flower, within an ant, within a snowflake, within a cornflake. But that was a joke, by the way. But just in general, like, you all have what you need, and I'm just gonna bring it out like the water the seed, and then the flower blooms into this magnificent thing, you know? That's my plan for the future. There's a lot more, but I can't really go into detail. Like I said, the time is really coming to a lot. So to put it short, I got big plans, not just for me, not just for the local scene, but big plans for the entirety of humanity, you know, for global consciousness. That is my plan. Mark my words. All right, so typically I'll be recording on GarageBand, right? But now that I got Logic, I got it like yesterday. So at first I open up the program, boom. Then I go to YouTube. And YouTube, I go and search and browse for different type beats that I'm feeling. And once I find a beat that hits, I quickly download it, I upload it to the program, then I start freestyling. The first thing I do is freestyle. Freestyle. I cannot write and then freestyle. No, it makes no fucking sense. I cannot write and then record, because melodies, I feel like it's melodies and then lyrics, not lyrics and melodies, because beyond words is music. You feel me? Like, you can get moved by just sound itself. Like, vibration itself is already a powerful thing. So melodies first. Once I feel that, then I go back and revise, and I sit down and actually rewrite the lyrics to it. But sometimes I just do it one take. I'll be like, fuck it, it's that good. Excuse my language, kids. I say, that's it, I'm done, darn it. And then that's it. The record's over. And I repeat the process over and over, and that's how I come up with my music, my songs. Simple, but it's hard. What should the world know about Fayz? See, I know you guys can read this on the screen, but I'm gonna repeat it to you. What the world should know about Fayz. Beautiful question to end this thing with. Well, there's a lot about me that you guys already don't know. So I'm gonna say the most important thing. If there's anything for you to take out of this interview, or just in general from me and my being, I would say, like, I don't do this on a personal endeavor. This is nothing personal. This is beyond international. Beautiful word. This is universal, you know? So I want y'all to know that through my music, through the fashion, through the films, I'm gonna start doing films too, through all my work, plural, it's all of my endeavors, there's a greater purpose, there's a greater drive and motivation, you know, and that is to uplift, that is to inspire, that is to evoke, and that is to transcend each and every individual who comes across my path, meaning my journey, meaning me. If you just see me outside or you listen to my music, you're like, oh, you know, that's coming across me. When I appear in your reality, because right now there's millions of people that haven't heard of me. So once they do hear me, now I'm a part of them in a sense. I'm a part of their reality. Now I've come into their existence. In the same way, I feel like every art does that. So when my art touches you in that sense, I wanted to touch a place where you don't typically feel like it's normal to go, or you feel kind of off, and it's this sense of disquietude to it, you know? Is that a word, disquietude? You feel disquiet about it, you know? So yeah, if there's one thing in conclusion, that's that. We're here for love. We're here for each other type thing. That's it.
If you really love me, baby girl, why won't you say so? Feel it in your tummy when I hit it like the bass drum. Shining on these hoes even when you got no makeup. I've been putting work in, you can see it in my pay stubs. Settle down, I'm running very early. I'm still in my 20s, $1 million